So it's Moots, we're here at Trask Performance in Phoenix, Arizona, and we got this 2025 Softail, and we're going to be putting on our big sexy exhaust. Just want to point out a couple things. Number one, it is a square faced exhaust seal, and it comes with square gaskets. They don't expand into port. This is a true performance pipe. We designed this for larger motors, 117 up. It also comes with a special smaller surface or smaller face 12-point nuts for the exhaust flanges because the pipe is larger and it's just a little bit tighter. It comes with exhaust plugs for the O2 bungs and reducer for the narrow band O2s, and it's an open port if you're running the wide band O2s. So that being said, we'll get started on the install. I'm going to take out the exhaust gaskets, replace them with the new ones. We've already got our Softail air cleaner on this bike, so let's move forward. So we're going to run the stock O2 sensors on this bike. I'm going to just put a small dab of anti-seize on the threads of these O2 sensor reducing bungs. I'm going to thread them into place, tighten them up, and move forward. Put these in place and snug them up. On your front pipe, we position the O2 sensor bung a little higher, so you may need to use the NAMS O2 sensor adapter extension. All right, so we got our O2 sensors in place and tight. We proceed with the rest of the installation. I think at this point I'm going to install our exhaust bracket to the chassis. Use a little bit of red Loctite. It's a 3/8 bolt, torque it to 28 foot-pounds. I want to note that this is going to be your exhaust mount. This is going to accept your foot peg that we took off earlier. So we go ahead and put our front exhaust head pipe on there. Got the O2 installed. This is going to require the NAMS O2 extension harness. It's Drag Specialties part number 18610608. So get this plugged in, get our pipe on there, and move forward. The snug these up just hand tight, so it still floats a little bit, but it has some movement. So simultaneously, you're going to slide this male end into the front head pipe, which is a double slip fit, while inserting the rear head pipe into the exhaust port on the head. Okay, so just like our Assault 2-in-1 pipe, with these Softails we have a narrow tire application and a wide tire application. So the long carriage bolt with the spacer is for the narrow tire application. The short carriage bolt with no spacer is going to be for the wide tire application. We'll get this installed now, and I'll point it out in more detail once it's on the bike. So slide this carriage bolt into the slot on the muffler. I'll get the flat washer with the larger ID hole. It's going to go over the bolt. It's going to sit in between the bolt and the bracket. I'll explain why in a moment. Get that down in there, into the bracket. So I got a screwdriver, push that in. The hex is locked into the slot on the muffler. Use our other flat washer on the back side here. It's a pinch nut, 3/8/16 pinch nut. We'll get that started back here. And that is that. So the reason why we have the washer in between here is the thickness of this U-channel with the depth of the hex on the carriage bolt. We want to use a washer with a larger ID hole to fit over the hex that is protruding through the U-bracket. Then a flat washer on the back side for the surface for the nut to tighten up against. If this was a narrow tire bike, this black spacer would be the same orientation, but this black spacer would be between the washer and the bracket. So we got our pipe installed on here. Nothing is tight at this point. I'm gonna go ahead and tighten the flanges to the heads I'll tighten this nut on the back side of the bracket that sucks the muffler in, and that'll be 100% tight. We'll get our foot peg on there, our side cover, and that'll be complete. I like to snug it down and then go ahead and evenly, then tighten them both down evenly. Back and forth to make sure that I got equal crush on the gasket. It's also a good idea after you run the bike to go over these bolts with the heat in the pipe and the heat in the motor. Just retorque it to get the proper crush on the gaskets. Notice I went back and forth like 3 times on that, just to ensure that I had the nuts equally tight. I didn't mention that I like to do also, especially on a bike that's been in the field, is put a dab of anti-seize on these studs. Okay, I'm gonna get my proper wrench and tighten down the nut on the back side of the muffler. It's a 9/16 pinch nut, so it's self-locking. The hex on the carriage bolt is locked into the slot on the muffler, and then there's a washer in between the bracket and the U-channel, and a washer underneath the nut. So get on the back side with a ratchet and socket. Tighten it up. There's no rattles, everything is tight. I'm gonna pull my little safety pad off of here. No damage to the cam cover, everything's clean. Get my side cover on, my exhaust, or I'm sorry, my foot peg. And there we have it. Our Euro 2 bung, our Euro 2 plug, plugs into the same plug that it came out of. I want to point out that the receiver pin has a recess in this foot peg bracket. So make sure that's facing forward when you tighten down your foot peg bracket. That way the head of the pin will go in there properly, and the pin will stick out the back side with enough room for the clip to engage. Here we have it. Clips in place, foot pegs on. I'm gonna wipe my fingerprints off the pipe before I run it. If you left your greasy fingerprints on there, start the bike, your grease from your hands or your oil, your natural oil from your skin will impregnate the stainless and stain it. This pipe will gold up nicely when it heats up. A nice little gold tinge to it. I do recommend having the bike tuned. It's pretty much a must. This is gonna flow a lot more air than the stock pipe did. If you do not tune it, you will burn the pipe. And the bike will not run efficiently and overheat and run way too hot in a lean condition. So tune your bike when you make it run better. Have it tuned properly by a competent tuning facility. Our Trask Big Sexy exhaust installed on this 2025 Fat Tire Softail. Whatever model this thing's called. What model is this? This happens to be a Fat Boy, hence the fat tire. And there we go. Went on like butter. You can get it directly through us at traskperformance.com. Our official distributor is Drag Specialties. Check it out. Enjoy.